If you want to get insanely funny clips like this, then this is the video for you. I'm assuming that you've seen or heard of trapping in HIve Skywars using the Void, but what if I told you there was another way to trap other than using the Void to kill your enemy? A way far more hilarious and humiliating to your victim. A way that lets you steal the player's items and use them to fight other players instead of losing those items to the Void? Well, you're in luck, because I have the tutorial for you. This will show you how to do just that. This is how you can chamber trap on HIve Skywars. A brief disclaimer, you can't chamber trap on every map. There are around 10 or 11 maps that work, and I'll list them later in this video. Essentially, what we want to create is a trap that the victim doesn't die in immediately, but it doesn't allow them to escape. There's one huge problem that arises here, though. You see, most players have what I would like to call brain cells, and those often are helpful in escaping from situations such as being chamber trapped. You need to prepare your trap in such a way that stops them from being able to get out easily. To do this, you'll need wood, stone, slabs, fences or walls, and any other block you can put on the side of another block. Examples of these are buttons, banners, signs, and open fence gates. Torches can work as well, but since they can be insta-mined, I do not recommend them, as they'll probably escape if you use torches in your trap. What do all of these have in common? If these are on the side of a block, you can't place a block on them, so say someone falls into your trap, their first instinct would probably be to tower out of it. The problem that they would soon realize is because of the blocks on the sides of the trap, they can't place blocks underneath themselves, which means they can't build out of your trap at all. This makes them try a second escape method, mining out. This can be countered as well, though. If you build the sides of your trap in an alternating pattern of wood, stone, over and over that forms a ring around the trap center, they have to switch tools to mine out the sides of the trap. And most players throw out their axe near the start of the game, so they won't be able to mine the wood before you kill them. But what if they try mining down? This is also countered by using a slab with 2 fences or walls beneath it. The slab leaves a half-block space open so you can hit their victim, and it's really hard for them to hit you. The fences stop them from getting out if they manage to break the slab. Because a fence is slightly taller than a single block, if they break the slab, they won't actually be able to walk through what looks like a 2-block gap they can get through. This can be made even more effective by having 2 fences on top of each other, one fence in the floor and one above it. Now they can't dig or build out of your trap. But you may be thinking, Fathom, you absolute klutz, you can still throw an ender pearl out of the hole. And while that is true, if you just hover up the top of the hole with 2 solid blocks, they can't pearl out. In fact, if they try pearling out, they'll hurt themselves with the damage that comes from throwing a pearl. And if they do somehow pearl through the blocks and escape, don't sweat it. Whether you lose or win that game, ender pearling through solid blocks isn't even allowed on HIve, as it's an exploit of a bug. If you're mad at someone escaping your trap this way, you can actually report them legally. So what I mentioned earlier, you can't chamber trap on every Skywars map, because not all maps have things you need to put on the sides of blocks. I'll go over the maps that do have these items, so you know when to try a chamber trap. In Skywars solos, Baroque and Monastery can be used for chamber traps. On Baroque, there are 2 banners per spawn island located on the front of the pillars. There are also lots of banners as well as wooden buttons at mid if you can grab them without being seen. On Monastery, you can use the acacia fence gates found on the sides of middle. Mine them quickly and get out before you get spotted, because mid's always going to be dangerous. In duos, you can chamber trap on Meadow, Honora, and Dynasty. I do not recommend chamber trapping on Dynasty, as the stone buttons that you need are at mid and are really hard to find, as they're camouflaged pretty well. Now on Meadow, there are 3 stone buttons per spawn island located on the boulder to the left of the house. Lastly, for duos, Honora has 1 wood button per spawn island, which is supposed to be a doorknob on the front of the house. Now, moving on to trios and/or squads. In this game mode, you can chamber trap on Bazaar, Beyond, Castle, Campsite, Armada, and Spellbrook. That's every trios and squads map except for Temple, which is really good for trapping with the boys. On Bazaar, there are fence gates at the top of the double ladder on your spawn island. On Beyond, there's fence gates in the back of the house on your spawn island. If you head for the chest behind the house, you can't miss them. On Castle, there's 5 fence gates for spawn island, located in the windows of the house and on the side of the cauldron behind it. For Campsite, there are signs on either side of the logs near the campfire, 4 per spawn island. There's also signs around the composters on the semi-mid and middle islands. Armada's a bit tricky though. There's buttons on the side of the spawn ship, 16 per spawn island, but they're really far down and you have to be quite careful while getting them. Spellbrook is pretty simple. There's 2 banners per spawn island on the front of the building and tons more at mid on the center pillars. Now that I've gone over everywhere you can make chamber traps, I'll teach you how to actually set them up. Hi, it's me, Fathom again. I just wanted to say that if you made it to the end of the video, thank you for watching through this entire thing. You are absolutely amazing. And thanks to all of my subscribers for waiting an entire month for my next real upload. I'm gonna try and not do massive projects like this as often, because I want to upload more frequently over like the summer probably. So during the summer I might be able to upload weekly. Like I can get enough clips, it just takes me a really long time to edit because I edit on a computer that's my dad's and I'm not always allowed to go on there and edit. So if you're wondering what the lack of uploads is for, that's the main reason. Anyway, since you've made it to the end of the video, I guess you can enjoy the clip of me actually reaching level 40 by chamber trapping. Have a good one. Peace out.
Come on.
Come on. Yes! Level 40 by chamber trapping. Let's go! Okay, I did the thing.